Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of IndieX 2024. And after the action and challenging tactical strategy that we had with Intravenous 2 in the previous session, we're now going into a different field with a more cozy, more relaxed game that actually is going to get released on early access precisely 1 week after our award ceremony on November 14th. And I would like to welcome to have a conversation with us and talk about Dungeon Inn. Tian Yu from Spiral Up, the publisher of Dungeon Inn. Tian, how are you?
Hi, Ricardo. Thank you for having me here. Hello everyone. My name is Tian Yu, or you can call me Rain. I'm the publishing manager here at Spiral Up Games, and I'm here to spill some fun details about Dungeon Inn on behalf of the awesome developers over at Cat Society.
Because I believe it's a pleasure for me to talk to you. I've been following your publisher's catalog for some time, and I'm really happy to talk to you. And obviously, the developers that are now 2 weeks away from releasing the game on early access, I believe
Yeah.
all hands on deck on finishing Dungeon Inn to get prepared to the audience to play it. So, how is the general feeling? Is everyone excited about the game's release?
Yeah, everyone has been really excited. The developers are, churning in like their final hours, making sure, everything is perfect. And we, the publisher, we are doing our best to support the developers. Whether they need any kind of help, they will reach out to us and we are always there, as their backup. Yeah.
So, and before we dive into Dungeon Inn, let me ask you, as a publisher manager for Spiral Up, so cozy games are getting a bigger audience, doesn't it? Were you conscious about this when you, as Spiral Up Games, decided to look at Dungeon Inn and think, yeah, this is a type of game we really want to support?
Yeah, I mean, for us here at Spiral Up, our main motto when we select a game is to make sure that it's fun and to make sure that people who enjoy these kind of genres of game find the game fun. So when we first came across, the developers at Cat Society, and when they introduced us Dungeon Inn, we will be like, oh, this is such a fun game because it's such a cool concept where there is this cozy aspect of the game and as well as some strategic resource management aspect, and when you look at a game, it's just very pretty, like a picture book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what instantly draws to the game.
Yeah, I think it's impossible for anyone to just look at Dungeon Inn and don't get immediately in love because the game looks so warming, and the illustrations are simply amazing. So I think the
Yeah,
best thing now is to show everyone, because we've been teasing Dungeon Inn, but maybe let's dive into this amazing game that, don't forget, will be released in early access in just 2 weeks. Okay, so yeah, Jen, you were saying that the game is obviously it's a more cozy game, but I think it's also a bit hard to describe because Dungeon Inn does several different things, and in my opinion, it actually does these different things pretty well. So
yeah.
how would you describe to the audience while we're watching the amazing intro for Dungeon Inn? What is Dungeon Inn?
Okay, so Dungeon Inn is more like a cozy resource management game, where you're basically in charge of this quirky little inn, located at right at the mouth of a dungeon. Yeah, in between two guilds. So it's kind of like a real prime estate area for all the adventurers to pass by. So your goal as the player is to basically earn as much gold as possible for your boss, which is the dragon of the inn. And as we all know, dragon love gold coins. Yeah. So, but the twist is basically the player has to juggle between the two rival guilds, and to serve to their demands, basically providing different facilities to these adventurers, and make sure that they are satisfied with your services, so without them realizing that you are double dealing between them because there are two rivalry guilds. So the storyline of Dungeon Inn itself is a bit quirky at its core. So we want to provide this kind of, or at least the developers themselves originally they want to provide this kind of like contrast in between the story and the gameplay. Yeah.
So here we are with Sarah, which is our protagonist, and Butter, the characters that we will meet in more detail in this prologue. By the way, just one thing: if you're really looking forward to play and you're enjoying Dungeon Inn, and you will enjoy after this hour, I would suggest two things. The first thing is obviously to wishlist Dungeon Inn on Steam because you'll get notified in 2 weeks when the game gets released, but you can also play exactly the build I'm playing now because you have the Prelude free to play now for you to try and understand why Dungeon Inn is so beautiful. It's beautiful and really enjoyable. And mechanically, you'll notice how different this game is.
Oh, thank you so much for the shout out. Yeah, but yeah, the prologue is right now on Steam. So if any of the viewers out there you want to check the game out, feel free to go and check the game out and give us your feedback. Because the developers are always open to feedback. Whether it's to improve the game or any things that can be tweaked, they are open to all their community feedbacks. Yeah. So please send your feedbacks to us if you try the game and you feel like there's any improvements needed. Yeah.
So, Cat Society is a Korean studio. Do you know how many people are working actively on Dungeon Inn now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they are South Korea studio. Right now, there is three-person working on the game. So there is Mion, the art director of Dungeon Inn, and then there's Minjin, he's the game director and the producer of the game, and then lastly is Yeram, she's the artist from the team. So everything you see here right now is drawn by Mion and Yeram, hand drawn by them. Yeah.
Something really nice about how creative indie games around this fantasy adventure setting is coming is Dungeon Inn is also very creative because you're now getting ideas of games that are thinking outside of the actual dungeon crawling. For example, yesterday we had Goblin Cleanup, which is the idea of someone has to actually clean the dungeons after the heroes go there.
Oh
And
yeah.
here in Dungeon Inn, it's another aspect of all these adventures that you grew up playing, which is we have someone has to run the place where the heroes go rest before they go into adventures, and obviously it makes sense. um,
Yeah.
was this aspect, this creative aspect, that you as a publisher, you also fell in love with the game when you met it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, overall, I think no, first is the concept of the game, the whole ideation and the storyline behind it, and the motivation on why Sarah and her gang, she want to open up this inn. So first is to get rich. Obviously, everyone want to get rich, right? So during the starting of the intro video, you can see that before they open up the inn, they were already doing the double dealing business by sometimes selling resources to the seaside guild, sometimes selling potions to the mountainside guild. And because of some other events that lead them to enter this mystical area owned by the dragon, that's how everything started. They start to working for the dragon to make sure to this inn is up and running and earning as much money as possible. Yeah.
Sorry, I just got a Steam pop-up message. Yeah, so that's what you were saying. We now have two different lanes, one corresponding to each guild, isn't it? One on the left and one on the right.
Yes,
And
correct. So you can see, you can basically you can scroll up and you can see where the adventurers are coming from. So there are two main areas. One is the port city, which is belong to the seaside guild. One is from the highland city, which belongs to the mountain guild. So adventurers from these cities will come down and go towards the dungeon, and wherever they need somewhere to rest or stock up on supplies, they will come to your inn, and that's where you will start to earn your money.
so why I feel this obviously has a, I would say, a strategy, but at the same time kind of a puzzle approach, because I don't know if who's watching is understanding what's happening. So we have two lanes, and our inn has a limited space for beds. So for the left lane, we now have three beds occupied from four available. So obviously, it's just one available. Here on the right, from the adventures that come from the Highland City, we have four beds available. But as we can see, the adventurers walk on different paces. what we just did
Yes.
was give it a just add a food stall in the middle of their track, so that could subtract one speed, one pacing. Why? Because we're trying to optimize how much time they will take to get to the inn for us to get beds available um, and do business. Essentially, is this did I describe it well, Tian?
Yeah,
Is
I think you
this
described it perfectly. Like,
okay?
so what we find Dungeon Inn charming is that the gameplay is so straightforward when you explain to it. But to, execute it or like earn the most money in this case is quite I wouldn't say challenging, but it does make the player sometimes make some decisions of like, oh, where should I place my food store, for example? Where should
Yeah.
I place my signboard so that I can get more money? Yeah. So these are some of the game design aspect that we really like what Cat Society have done, which is to prompt some critical thinking to the players while they are casually just operating their in. Yeah.
I had this question prepared for the developers, but I'm gonna ask it to the publisher, and obviously you're gonna answer if you can, if you're allowed
I'll
to.
do my best. Yes.
So now you'll understand why I'm saying if you are allowed to, because I tried Dungeon Inn and I'm also a board gamer, and I was playing it and I felt, damn, this this can be a physical board game. Are you thinking about it, or do you know if there's plans to convert this into actually
Yeah.
a physical board game?
Actually, I think you had a very good observation. So the whole idea that Dungeon Inn came about is because the developers themselves are huge fans of board games. Yes. So it was just a random chat when we were having. So they were telling us how they start doing Dungeon Inn. Is that one day they were just playing a board game, and then Min Jin, which is the game designer and director, he suddenly thought of an idea about what happened if we have an inn operating for adventurers and monsters. So from there, they start to have this paper crafting. They have a paper draft of Dungeon Inn back in the days that I think we share on that they have shared on their Instagram, sorry, Twitter before. Yeah. So and from that paper draft, it worked out to this this wonderful game. So whether they want to have a board game or not in the future, that is not confirmed yet. Yeah, that's all I can say. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, exactly what you're saying, because the game is pretty straightforward. For us, it's easy to understand. Each day is composed by 4 turns, so we are, in practical terms, we can do 4 actions for a day to end, and
Yep.
each adventurer spends exactly 1 day in the inn. So after 4 turns,
They check
um,
out.
an adventurer will check out. Exactly. So that's
Yes.
why we have to look. So how many we have to actually do the math. So how many turns will take to this adventure to actually need a bed? And that's exactly what you're saying. It's really, really, really easy to understand. But for you to master all the mechanics, it's a really challenging game, and that it's amazing to it's amazing because of it, obviously.
Oh,
So
thank you
yeah,
for the high
let's
praise.
see if I
Yes.
yeah. So what I did was I added this wheel because it for 2 turns, any adventure that comes here they will not go forward. So I was just trying to stall them so that I could have um, enough beds for the rest of the adventure. So let's see if it works.
Yep.
Oh, now I also have a decision, which is I only have a signboard, but I have adventures from this side and adventures from this side. So I think I'm going to add it here. Yeah, and maybe stall them here. Let's see if this works. Yeah, Tian, we just had a Nuno from IndieX. He's saying something really interesting. So 2 years ago, one of our finalists at IndieX was a German indie game called Dorf Romantic.
Oh,
The
the
game,
romantic. Yes.
yeah, the game was obviously you noticed it should be a physical board game. Well, it was in
Yes.
2022. I think it was 2021. Yeah. So last year the game got released as a physical board game, and it was awarded the Game of the Year, the Spiel des Jahres. So for us, we were really happy because we had the game. I think it was one of the first festivals where Dorf
Yeah.
Romantic was showcased, and yeah, it came out to become a really successful board game. And Dungeon Inn has all the ingredients to be a success in both fields. So I really hope that developers, well, now they don't have time to think about it, obviously, but I hope they will be able to look at it and yeah, and
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think the game does definitely have a lot of potential to be a great board game. And I think the developers themselves are aware of it as well. So let's just hope greater things will come from their side, right?
yeah, yeah. Either way, since I have you here, and I really enjoy the games that Spiral Up has been publishing.
Oh, thank you.
How are things? It's not a 2024. It's not a good year. So, are you hopeful for 2024 in terms of how the market will react?
Well, I think the overall gaming industry has been struggling, over the past year. But we have seen a lot of great games that also come out this year as well. So I guess sometimes it's more of like pros and cons can coexist, I guess. So I'm definitely much more hopeful for 2025. Because not only because Spiral have more lineup of things that we have planned to release, but also because we are fans of games and we are gamers ourselves, so we want to play even better games that are coming out yearly. Yes.
And in your pipeline, I know you already announced some games that you have ready to, at least in the following months, to to bring to Steam and other platforms. So, uh, aside from Dungeon Inn, what is Spiral Up preparing in the future that is already public?
Oh, there is two games right now that the players can try their demo out. If any of them are interested. Um, is it okay for me to give them a shout out because I'm here to promote Dungeon Inn? So I'm not really sure. Are you guys okay with it?
We love indie games. Obviously, we're
Oh,
showcasing Dungeon Inn, but why not take the opportunity since we have the publisher to let's showcase or talk about more games.
okay,
So yeah,
awesome. I mean, so we have one game that is a pixel art stealth thief action game actually, which is called Bandit Night. It's basically about you being the Robin Hood, trying to steal from the rich and help the poor. And then we have another game that is in demo right now. They recently released a multiplayer demo, which is called Bang Bang Barrage. It's basically like a party co-op game. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, you guys can hop over to our Spiral page, and check the game out. Yeah.
okay, please don't forget to do so. And while you're there, go wishlist Dungeon Inn,
Yeah.
go play the Prelude because the game will come out in only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Another thing, Tian, Dungeon Inn also looks like a really good game to have on your iPad. Are there plans to bring the game to iOS and Android?
Currently, there's no plans for that because the developers are focusing on making sure Dungeon Inn runs well on the Steam the PC platform. Yeah, and the game is coming out in EA in November 14, and the developers have a lot of like new features planned in the roadmap for the final version of the game as well. So they definitely want to focus on that first, before moving on to other platforms.
So, one question: we also have. I already finished one of my weekly goals, which was
Yep.
having the adventures from Port City, at least 8 on in my inn.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
I'm I'm en route to finish the other one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Um, the second one is no battles occur between adventurers because what's the idea is the fact that there is this area where both of them can collide. Is it
Yes,
what?
correct. So I think after this stage, they will introduce you like this the battle mechanics of the game. So basically, these two sides, they are rivals with each other, correct? So occasionally, there might be instances where adventurers from the Mountain Guild and the Seaside Guild they will meet in front of the inn, and then that's where they will have a brawl. And that's another interesting aspect of Dungeoning comes in is that the player can choose who to help, or they can just be a bystander and watch the fight happens. So if you can see at the bottom section, there's this progress bars. They are basically yeah, your fame. So this fame will increase if, let's say, you serve the adventurers, you know, as they please, you know. And when you have more fame, more adventurers from that section of the guild will come and visit you. Yeah. So in the next stage, you'll be introduced with something, a new stat that is called suspicion. So these adventurers sometimes they will be suspecting that you're double dealing. So when your suspicion level is high, you know, you need to balance that out as well to make sure that it doesn't exceed 50. Because once you know the yeah, this thing, this suspicion, yes, correct. So once this percentage reach 50%, that's where the guild is fully suspecting that you're double dealing and they don't want to work with you anymore. And that's where you know you lose the game.
Oh,
So the player have
whoa.
technically had to balance this suspicion level to make sure that you know they are serving both sides equally and making sure they are pleased with your service. And at the same time, if let's say you know adventurers from both sides meet with each other, you have to choose a side to help, correct? So you probably want to help the side that suspect you the most, so that they will you know suspect you lesser, I guess, in
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah,
case.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what
so
you're looking at right now is basically the in management aspect of the game. Yeah. So the players will be given tokens based on their performances for each of of their run, and that's where you know they can upgrade different facilities, and these facilities can create you know different quests or even pop up events randomly when the players are playing. Yeah.
do you know how many are there many facilities that are already being prepared for the early access release in 2 weeks?
Oh yes, there is a ton of facilities and you know like events. So the developers are planning to have like around 100 plus of special events that might pop up. These events
Whoa.
are not only related to the inn, some are related to the cities themselves. So sometimes the cities will have festivals or markets, and you know you can go to these cities to like I guess you know earn money or you know increase your reputation. Yeah, and then there are also special adventurers that probably you will meet later. You know, they will have their own quests and demands, and those are also special event cards as well. Yeah.
Uh, we have Sesha asking here, and obviously it makes sense for a game with this tone. How are the preparations for Steam Deck already being in place for this period, or is something that
Oh,
is going to come in the near future?
yeah. So currently for the EA launch, the developers decide to not support Steam Deck mainly because of some UI's optimization issue. So for Steam Deck support, it will fully come when the game fully releases. Yeah.
Okay, so what you were saying happened now. Both
Yes.
guilds they met in front of the inn, so now we have all this information, which is the port city adventurers have 7 of health, 5 of attack, and the mountain adventurers have 5 of health and 8 of attack, isn't it?
Yes, correct. So these stats are basically if you can click into the adventures and then you can see the stats is basically a combination of their stats. Yeah, so being shown to you right now. Yeah. So once you press execute in this case, it will basically tell you or ask you or ask the player, you know, who do you want to help? Yeah. So that's where the players have to make a decision to, you know, decide which side should they help more to have a higher chance of winning. Because you know you do not really want to help the losing side because in
Yeah.
that case the winning side will suspect you even more, right? So yeah.
uh, oh, yeah, okay. 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 We can never be neutral.
Oh, you can be neutral.
Oh,
So
we
you
can be.
can decide to not help at all.
Okay.
And definitely one side will win sometimes, correct? However, if you did not decide not to help them when they won, they will still suspect you because they will be thinking like, hey, why aren't you helping us in a sense? Yeah. So they will show you the chance of victory at the screen. So they will basically tell you like which side have a higher chance of winning, and you can use these whisper guards to you know select which side you want to help, and then yeah. So yeah, you can choose to help them, and once they win the combat, you know your suspicion level for the Mountain Guild will reduce. Yep. Yeah, Sarah have a pretty dark side of herself. Yeah, so that's why I mean that this game is very meta, very quirky. Yeah.
Yeah, the script is so good. Because Sarah is too pragmatic, isn't
Yes.
she? Okay. Do not get caught working with both sides. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the threshold is okay. So now they
Yeah.
are.
So basically, yeah, it's this suspicion meter that you're looking at right now. Yes.
So what does this point mean? Is the fact that I helped them once?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
that once you have helped them once.
Okay. So like we were saying, the game is really beautiful. The game, I also think it's really straightforward. It's really easy to understand, but it's really challenging because now we have all these objectives. We have to have 8 adventurers from each side. We have to earn 450 gold. And we can't get a suspicion warning from either side. So yeah, we really
Yes.
have to balance everything. So
Yep.
my idea is, since we already have 2 adventures from that side, maybe um let me just remember. Yeah. So this. Let's see how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
So,
remembered.
huh?
Oh,
Oh yeah. So this might
I
happen, right? So you can use
forgot about
the
this. Yeah.
other abilities to like stop the adventurers. So in this case, maybe since you still have one wisp left to help you, you can place down a food store at the another side. Yeah, or you can place down energy drink if you like. Yeah. So once you place down a food store, it should delay them.
No, this one will
Hopefully.
still. Yeah, this
Oh
one
yeah,
will
because it
still
pushes them
go.
out. Yeah.
This one will always go. Check.
Yeah, so in case
Yeah.
if the players are stuck, or if let's say the players are unable to fulfill their goal, they can always go back a day. So the developers give them a chance to select which point they want to restart over as well. So if you want to do that, you can like press escape or go to the top right at the settings menu. Yeah, so you can see the day one. You can select it. Yeah, and then you can just
Nice.
restart again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
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 Yes.
So I'm gonna go through this. And I just noticed something on our timeline, which is so there's going to be an event on the first turn of
Yes.
the second day.
Yes, correct. So occasionally, as you can see, there are these special events that will happen around either the city area or among adventurers or even in the inn itself. So these special events give players opportunities to earn gold or earn fame or even reduce suspicion levels. Yeah.
Can we check the chance of victory without confirming?
You can select it, but you don't have to execute it. Yeah. So yes, correct. So you can move the wisp to the other side if you want. Yeah. And then it will show you both side if you support who which
Yeah.
side will give you a higher chance of winning. Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
Yep.
So here we are. That's why it's increasingly more important to understand how many steps each adventurer walks for us not to have them go in front of the inn at the same time. So let me think about this. They are coming at the same time, so the best thing is to actually stop them. No, but I
Yeah.
can't because I only have 2 wisps.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So what you can do is maybe you can
Delay them.
uh delay them first or like
Yes.
speed them up. Yeah. Then correct. Yeah. So doing something like that might be able to change their flow of movement. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. So
it will
in this
happen. Yeah.
case, they all meet each other. Yeah.
Nice.
So sometimes adventurers will have like indicates what their needs are. So in this case, if you look at the right side, there's this adventurers that is in a green color robe that is near your inn, and then there's this bed icon beside him, a bit below. Yeah.
Which one? Ah, yeah, this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, this one. Yeah. So this means that even without putting up a signboard, these
He,
adventurers want to check in into the inn. Yes,
okay,
correct.
that's also a good way for us not to. For example, if I had a signboard, maybe I would decide to put it on the other side because this will go already be a client.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when
Something
you have more
interesting.
facilities in the game, oh, sorry.
So something interesting I was noticing is the fact that I noticed this on the result board of the previous mission,
Yep.
but now we can also check it in color. It's the fact that the adventurers have different levels. So we have the
Yeah.
novices, and now we're having these blue ones. We saw which are the experts.
Yes, correct. So like a real, I guess adventurer, you will progress over time, correct? So in this game as well, adventurers are split into three different tiers: the novice, the expert, and the master. And the higher tier the adventurers are, the more money they will give you if let's say they use your facility. And of course, they are also more demanding. So sometimes they might demand certain special treatments. For example, they want a free drink at your bar, to in trade for more, reputation or fame, from their region for you. So these are the things that players can get to choose and experience while they are managing the inn. Yeah.
So here we are in our first event. We can go check it.
Yeah. Yep.
So we spend one wisp to participate, and it takes 2 turns.
Yep. And they
And
will
we get
give you
increased
gold.
fame for the Seaside Guild. Okay,
Yes, correct.
that's good because yeah, they. What's our standing is
40 fame. Yep.
40. Yeah, 4053. Okay. So how are we? 2 to 3. Maybe I will. Let me check. So I can also use this here
Yes.
when
S-
because
So any
I
point of the time, you can select where you want to use. Yeah. So this gives the player the, I guess, the ability to decide how they want to plan the traffic flow of adventurers that is coming into the inn. So in this case, what you did is you place it at a much more earlier stage of the route. So adventurers that are coming down early, they will automatically want to check in into the inn once they reach the end. Yeah.
because that gives me time to the signboard cooldown.
Yeah.
So I'm stalling their advance because there are 2 experts here, and I will have a signboard for the next turn for them to come here. Oh,
Yes,
but let me
correct. Yeah.
just think because they are all going to the inn. These 5 ones. I'm just checking if they are going to meet. Let me just check. Okay.
Oh, nice.
No,
Ooh,
actually.
that is.
Uh, but what should I do? Let me just think. What should I do? I should. Let me check what happens here. No, they missed it because they. But they can know this exists. No, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
without placing anything, you should be fine because it didn't prompt any of the fighting warning.
yeah,
So you should be fine. Yeah.
let's check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be really profitable this this next day. Yeah. Um.
Oh, okay. So in this case, if let's say there's a chance that they might meet, you can use the roulette wheel to to store them if you want.
Yeah, because now it's gonna get a huge fight.
Yeah. So maybe you can store the left side or the
Oh,
right side. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Then there, everybody's happy.
Uh,
Oh, nice.
money, money, money.
Yeah. So one thing
Oh,
that I think that what happened?
uh,
Oh, a special guest. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, so this is one of the few special adventurers that I'm talking about. So some of them have special demands. So it's up to you that you want to, cater to them or not. Yeah.
Ah, it's an optional goal. Okay. Ah,
Yeah.
it's a master adventure. It's this one.
Yeah, yeah. So he's looking for a good drink, I guess.
But I can't remember if he has.
Yeah, there's a
Oh, we
regular
have a
pub.
pub.
Yeah, yeah, that you
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
built.
yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, no bets for them, so they will go forward.
Yep, correct.
If
So you
there
can
are no
yeah.
beds, even if they have the sign for a bed, they will not go to the inn. They will go forward.
Yeah, they won't go to the inn. Correct. So
That's
you
also a
basically can
good
see
aspect.
where they will be moving next turn based on the boxes that are placed on each of the lanes. So it's much more easier to judge, if let's say they are going to have a clash or not. Yeah.
So there's also this one that is asking for. This
He's
will
pro
come to the inn either way.
Yes, correct. Because it's just visiting. Yes.
So maybe the best thing is to. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, events that need our. Oh
Oh,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Because you do not have enough wisps and also the
time.
requirement points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can only clean it up. So this is another perks that you can see on the left side. There are three icons. Yeah, these icons basically unlocks unique perks and also I guess special dialogues and events for you as well for you to select. Yeah.
Are the adventurers randomly generated? Like their characteristics? Is there like a pool, visual pool, and then their characteristics are always different? Or do you know how this
Yes,
is
they're
generated?
always different, and there are up to, if I'm not wrong, 150 plus adventurers hand drawn by the developers. So
Whoa.
all of them are unique, and all of them have, their own special story. So, example, if you click into the guy that is, have the special mark, the question mark, you can see like, his name, and in the EA version of the game, you can even read up on his background story of like basically some of the nice like I guess amazing adventures this guy have experienced. So it gives the player this kind of side story, correct? So once you're more familiar with these NPCs, you get to understand even more, and
But
like it brings the immersion to the players as well. Yes.
they will revisit.
Yes, sometimes they will revisit. So when you click into the adventure, for example, you can see that on the right side there's this favor bar. So once you are very close to them, or if let's say they are a regular customer of your inn, you get to understand more about them. Yeah,
Oh,
and occasionally you give you special perks. Yeah,
okay. Get me.
yeah,
So maybe I will add this here. Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Uh, Sections on the chat is asking if is this Cat Society's first game?
Yes, it is their first
Oh,
game. Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, so they have done a really good job, and
Oh,
they are really talented people. They try to add a lot of small details into the game. So I don't know if you notice on the board itself, occasionally there will be birds flying, and if you click into the inn, if there's adventurers in the inn, you can click into it. You can see them interact with the facilities and their room. Yeah,
yeah, I will check it now. Give me just one
yeah.
second. Yeah. Let me just check it.
Yeah, so right now, because everyone has just checked out, so you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
see
there's no one there.
anyone. Yeah, so maybe after the two adventurers on the left check in, you can see them in their own rooms. Yeah.
It's so impressive the amount of polish and detail for a three developer team. It's really really impressive. You know.
Yeah, I think Mijin and their team are really talented. They are very attention to detail people, so they really want to make um the simulation of you running this cozy in as realistic as possible, but at the same time keeping that fantasy side of the storyline. So in the EA version of the game and also in the full release of the game, they plan to add in even more details, so player will be more immersed when they are running this in. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted this one, but I can have it. Can I?
Maybe you can,
No,
yeah,
because
maybe
it
you
will
can try to store
affect.
him. Yeah, but it's 1 day left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh, nice, nice.
it did it.
Yes. Yeah, so a little fun fact, Bami and Butter, they are the real life cats owned by the developers. Yeah, it is
Awesome.
their name. It is them. They are in the game, yes.
Did the developers share the real cat photos on Twitter or something?
Yes, they did. They have shared on
Ah,
their developer accounts before, on Twitter.
so good.
Yes.
It's so easy, when this relaxing games, but at the same time, you have to really think what each decision here in Dungeon Inn. It's really easy for you to lose track of time playing it.
Yes, and once you bypass, I guess, the tutorial stage of the game, things will get more interesting. The player will be introduced with more, unique adventurers from different areas. And they will also, have special needs or services that they are looking for, and the players can really plan out on how they want to, upgrade their inn by providing what type of facilities they want to allocate as well. Yeah.
By the way, you were saying that the developers are implementing several facilities for the inn. Will there be a moment where we're gonna have all the slots occupied and we're gonna have to swap them for another thing that we want to add, or how is this
Um.
gonna be? What's the process?
Yeah. So right now the developers are aiming to let as the player experience as much of the facilities as possible. So the facility should have enough slot for the players. Yeah. As of the EA version of the game. Yeah.
And we just noticed that there's another layer being added, which is weather.
Yes. Correct. Yes. So like real life, sometimes it's a rainy day, and and it sucks. So there's different weather system in the game as well that will affect the movement of the adventurers. Yeah.
I think these types of events, like we're having now, me and you talking about this game to the audiences, uh, obviously a trailer is a good thing, and Dungeon Inn is it looks really beautiful, and we know how with the cram market that we have now, having a game that looks really good, that a trailer can captivate everyone's attention is nice. But actually being able to talk with developers, or in this case with the publisher, in detail about the game, you can actually showcase how surprisingly complex a game looking like this is, because how many systems are implemented here from a game that it's easy to understand, but then you get added with different layers of mechanical aspects, and it's really good to just have the pace to do this, and you don't well, during a physical event it's harder for you to explain all these things. So yeah, this is really good. It's I believe it's a good way to showcase games beyond their initial impact of how they look.
Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah.
So, and whoever I hope who is watching and is enjoying the game and you already downloaded and installed the Prelude that we're playing now, how far does the Prelude go in terms of mechanics? Are we
Uh,
far off um, the end of it?
yeah, it will basically shows the like introduce the player the important mechanics of the game, which is the first 4 weeks of the game. Yeah. Then and you also introduce like, different adventure types to the player. So let's say, the novice type, the expert type, and the master type. And also, let the player experience some of the the unique events that will happen while they are playing the game. During the EA version of the game, there will be even more stuff. So I can hint some of it to you guys. Basically, the characters themselves have abilities to draw in more customers or even resolve in some conflict. So that's where the players can select which kind of character they want to play. They want to operate their in different styles. Players can also experience that in the EA version of the game as well. Yeah.
So I just noticed that there's a character that brings its own event. So the trigger, when will the trigger happen? When he arrives at my
Yeah,
inn?
once he checks in your in, maybe he will give you a special event.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna stall a bit because I need my signboard.
Yep.
Mm, so I want him to come. So yes, and I will. So I'm gonna take 3 turns to have my foot stall again. 1 to lucky wheel. So I think maybe I can also get this one. Let me check.
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah. So maybe I will advance this one. So yeah, it's raining. Okay. Okay, hinder the -1 movement here. Nice. Okay. But I don't want him to go, so I think I will do this. And I will
A double
increase the
stop.
speed
Yeah. Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I think that will work out really well.
Nice. This is exactly what I want because then I will have my signboard. Whoa, and then I'm gonna get. Oh, but yeah, this werewolf is going to walk. Let me think. Um, okay, we have an event. Hmm.
Yeah, as you can see, they have a lot of requirements. So sometimes they will ask for really funny things. Sometimes they will be like, "Oh, I wish you guys have stiffer baits or something like that." So it basically adds on another narrative aspect onto the game as well. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then oh yeah,
Oh wow, that's a lot.
yes.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I only have 6 bats though. Let me think if they. Okay. Okay. Okay, another event. Okay, what could go? Obviously, I'm gonna choose what could go wrong. Let's do it. So yeah, I just lost this werewolf, and I wanted to. Yeah, but we can have them all. Yes. Nice money.
Yeah, that's really nice.
By the way, I don't know if everyone noticed, but we had an increased number of adventures from Seaside Guild because we chose the event on the beginning that would give us
Yep.
an increased number of Seaside Guild adventurers. Oh, and I completely lost track of time, and Tian, and I just I told this was going to happen, but I think it's the best argument possible to promote Dungeon Inn is the fact that we actually run out of time for our streaming session. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
I didn't look at the clock down there, I yeah, I think I would completely be um, swimming in Dungeon Inn's challenge, and yeah, I would stay here.
I'm
And
glad
and
you're
this is
having
a good
fun.
thing. Yeah, it's a really good game for this. To just relax. Take your time, think about each turn.
Yeah.
It's really, really an amazing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tian, do you want to add anything else, or I don't know, what did you think about this streaming session? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm very grateful. Thank you for hosting me, Ricardo. And I want to thank all the players that have been supporting Dungeon Inn and us, the publisher, Spiral Up Games. Thank you guys so much. I'll just give a simple shout out, I guess. Dungeon Inn, is coming on uh, early access on November 14th on Steam and Stove Store. If you guys are interested in the game, go and check it out. There's a prologue, on Steam. You can go and play it, and if you like the game, you can wish list the game. And yeah, and we'll be having a lot of events on Twitter as well. We'll be having events that allow players to design their own adventures that will be added in the future version of the games. So if you're interested and want to see your own adventures being added into the game, you can go and check it out as well. And we will have other giveaways, celebrating the launch of Dungeon Inn. So yeah, thank you so much for having me here. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also added in on the chat because it's easier. Two things. One, it's the actual Dungeon Inn full game, which Tian reminded us perfectly that it's gonna come in a bit over 2 weeks. So stay tuned. But you can now play what we were playing and understand all the mechanics and how deep this really beautiful game is with the prelude, the first hustle. You can now download it, play it, enjoy it, and please support this amazing three people studio from Korea, amazingly talented people, and this game is really unique. Congratulations, Tiana, and please give my also congratulate the team on our behalf for doing such an interesting and creative game. And also thank you for spending this hour with us. It's been marvelous to have you
Thank you
here.
for having me. Thank you for having me. I
Okay,
really enjoy myself. Yeah. Thank you.
thank you. So please stay tuned because in 7 minutes we're gonna be back with another really creative indie game called Rogue Voltage. Tian and everyone watching, thank you for being with us. We're gonna be back in a bit, some minutes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.